Hello, gang. I think we've overcome our technical difficulties. Ah, yes. Are you ready, Brandon? Shall we introduce our new video?
Go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead and start up the intro.
Hit it.
Thundering across the stars to save the universe from constant dystopian future visions! Terry searches for his moment as Brandon continues to speak without pausing, even for breath. Lore, guess, chats, and sometimes even staying on topic. Wildcast Live! Wild Space Wildcast Go! Across hyperspace rivers we ride tonight, through worlds of steel and neon light, exploring stories far and wide, with chaos always by our side. Wild Space Saga on YouTube, Wild Space Saga Live. Pirates, tanks, strange worlds collide. Wild Space Saga Live. Brandon's still talking somewhere out there. Terry's trying to get a word in. Wild Space Saga Live. Wild Space Wildcast Go!
All right. Greetings, YouTube. This is Brandon Hill here with Terrence Pegasus, and together we are the creators of Wild Space Saga, the epic sci-fi action adventure series you didn't know you needed. And this is the Wild Space Wildcast, made specifically to tell you exactly why you need it, and as we've been around for a hot minute in relative silence on DeviantArt, what you've been missing. But before we begin, take a moment to subscribe and hit that beautiful notification bell so that you won't miss a single bit of news, events, and live streams from our channel. Whether you catch us live or watching after the fact, we want you to join us on the Northwest Passage. And finally, if we piqued your interest, links to our books available in paperback and ebook, as well as everywhere else you can find us on the social medias, are available down the doobly-doo. And speaking of books, ladies and gentlemen, today is the official release of our book, Twisted Fate. And
Fate.
the book in
Fate.
our... Uh-oh.
Did you just say fate? Twisted fate?
Faith.
Oh, no. It's ruined the whole part of the world. No.
And we already got to open up the thing. Did not find the invite. Let me see. Oh, you wanted to join us again, man? That's it's Michael. Okay. We can.
Oops, I just clicked something. Sorry about that. I just popped that up.
No problem. Okay. Just give me a second. Let me see. Pull up your Gmail. Come on. Things loading up. I'm just trying to remember the.
Well, I can invite him. What's
Okay. Terry, can you
yeah.
probably, yeah, can you send the invite to it's rationalroundtable23@gmail.com.
Oh, yeah, one second. Right. Rational Roundtable.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
Is that it? Is it?
Yeah, 23.
23.
Yeah, at
Right.
gmail.com.
Got it.
Sorry about that, man. We had to reverse the role today because I thought I wasn't going to be able to make it because I was in the hospital. It's okay. Did you send it, man?
Yeah.
Okay, so
okay.
You send it your way. You send it your way, Michael. Go ahead and check it out. And yeah, I'm sorry about that, man. We reversed roles. I was in the hospital, so we had to start up the StreamYard. We didn't know that you wanted to be on again, so that's why.
Do you know what? Firstly, we need to apologise because we did that live and we've just given everyone his email.
Oh, yeah, I'm really sorry about that, man. There was
That wasn't. Do you know what? That's an experience on our part.
I should have sent it through the. Oh my god, man.
Do you know what? It's because we're so used to talking to each other. So big apologies there. Yeah.
I should have.
So sorry for that.
A bit more sense on that one, man. We're so sorry about that.
Yeah. Well, isn't it going well? Our lovely launch stream. So you know, we started by not hitting the button properly, and so it didn't actually start the stream. So we're waffling away to no one.
Yeah.
And then we've just gone and doxed you. I do apologise.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah. Once I start getting all the death threats in the email, now I know who to blame.
Man, I'm sorry. We kind of caught me flat-footed there.
It's okay. 99% of what I get at that email address is spam anyway.
Oh, okay. Old email
address. Brandon, you were in the hospital. What happened?
Okay, some issues I thought had to do with my heart. Actually, I think they still are connected, but it's not what anyone was thinking. Been having some issues with pain, or at least discomfort around my heart for the last week or the last couple of weeks, and so I finally went to the emergency room, and they put me through tests. Did like EKGs, electrocardiograms, they even did a heart catheterization. That was fun. And I have a nice little scar right here now because of that. Anyway, but yeah, they just found out that nothing was really wrong with my heart except for the normal things because of a certain health issue that I've had for a while now, and it may be connected, but we're still not 100% sure what's going on. But I am feeling a little bit better, but maybe it's just because of the peace of mind to know that it had nothing to do with like heart attack symptoms or anything like that. So, I just need to lose weight. I'm trying to eat better. So just
it's funny. And I know this isn't like your topic of usual on this live stream, but there are so many things that can cause heart pain or what we think is heart pain, but it could be a million different things. Like could have something to do with your lungs, could have something to do with, I can't remember just your whole cardiovascular system. But, everybody thinks it's just, chest pains equals heart attack.
Yeah, well, I mean, it still had me worried. And even when you go to the hospital and complain about...
we lost Terry.
Lost Terry. I don't know what happened.
Did I piss him off?
No, because he's got the master account right now because I didn't think I was going to be on. I was still in the hospital earlier today. I just got back home less than an hour ago.
Are we still on even though he's out?
Yeah, we're still on. It's still counting live. So yeah, we're good.
That's good. Weird, but good. Hopefully he comes back in a minute.
Yeah, let me see what happened on his end. Give me just a second.
Yeah. Make sure you tell everybody his phone number as you text him.
Now I should have texted him that thing, and I feel really bad about that.
That's all right. I'm not mad. I'm really not.
Okay, yeah, I got him on Facebook, but I don't know what's going on. Why he just got kicked off? He's about to tell me. But anyway, so on a happier note, though, is like today is the launch of our book Twisted Faith. It is the third book in our Wild Space Saga series. Now, what I really had wanted to do was do a series of read alouds leading up to today, but circumstances kind of messed me up. Let me see here. He's saying he feels really bad about what happened.
What about the email thing?
Yeah.
You tell him it's no big deal. If he genuinely feels bad, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make him feel bad. I was just teasing.
Right.
And besides, you're the one that said it, not him.
Yeah, I'm trying to let him know what's going on.
Yeah, well, why didn't he just watch the show? Tell him to get his limey butt back here.
Anyway, so I think he should be on just a bit. Yeah. Anyway, so he's saying he can still see and hear us both.
Okay. Well, tell him that in that case, Terrence, get your limey butt back here.
Yeah, get back on here, dude.
Yeah. Otherwise, this Irish guy is going to come to England and kick your butt. Right? And I'm an old man who's disabled, and I have to walk with a cane. But you know what? That cane is going to work real well up your butt if you don't get back.
You heard the man, Terry. Come on. Okay, so anyway, on the subject of our book, it's the third book in our Wild Space Saga series, and what I wanted to do originally was to do some read alouds of each of the books before it came out, but circumstances unfortunately ended up throwing those plans kind of into the wood chipper. However, I'm
There's the limey bastard.
I'm still going to go ahead and do the read alouds. It coming up, probably do one tonight. I'm not sure. If not tonight, then tomorrow. So we'll get to that. Hey, at least the good thing about today is I'm off, so I don't have to worry about being exactly out of here in an hour.
Well, the important thing is that you're feeling okay. I mean, is that your health obviously is more important than this live stream or my teasing Terry or any of that. It's I mean, are you okay? Because I don't want you hanging around on the stream because of this sense of loyalty and duty if it's bad for you to do it.
Yeah, and you said duty. But
beauty,
but
yes,
yeah,
I say beauty.
But yeah, like I said, I was feeling well enough to go back home, and they let me out of the hospital, and so I got back here, and I was like, okay, well, I got plenty of time to get started on the Wildcast, and I'm just glad I was able to get back over here. Hospital beds are crazy uncomfortable, as are the chairs, and it's like everything in those places is designed to be as uncomfortable. Well, actually, just uncomfortable enough to where you won't want to stay there.
That's true about everything in the hospital, though. The food is just bad enough to where you don't want to eat it.
Yeah, like 2 meals they gave me Brussels sprouts. I ate.
Oh, really?
Brussels sprouts.
They gave me Brussels sprouts at the hospital. I'd just say, just kill me with a scalpel, please.
Well, it wasn't the only thing that was in the meal. The meal was actually not terrible, not too bad. The first meal they gave me, they had to give it to me in a somewhat bland manner because they didn't have any salt in it, and they were, of course, they were concerned about my heart, and so yeah, there was some kind of shepherd's pie and also Brussels sprouts, and I was
like, with no salt.
It was no salt, no sugar, so yeah.
So Terry.
So
I
yeah,
am sorry if I made you think that I was angry. I was not.
Well, my emotions will rise quickly.
I understand.
Happens, and we just did something that's a big no-no, and so
Hey, it's okay, man. It's like you're human, and
that's
so.
And that's really my fault. I should have.
I saw our live viewers drop to 0 immediately after, and I thought, oh, that's it. We've just lost everyone because of it as well. So people think we're doxers and and bad people. So
I think that's the proverbial mountain molehill problem there. I think that
it's the way my brain will go because
sure.
One bad thing happens and I see it all compound and. I will,
but just understand,
be emotional about it, so I drop down because there's no good being like that on stream, is it?
No, I get it, but I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart, I hold no grudges. I'm not angry. I forgive you completely and totally for what happened. All right. So
yeah, thank you.
And we need not ever talk about it ever again, and it's no big deal.
Mm-hmm. It's the way my brain works.
Sure.
Things will sit there. They'll sit there and ferment. I'm like it all the time about all sorts of things. It only has to be one small transgression. I'll be that way.
My brain works like a hamster on a wheel, and then the hamster is dead.
I know it does.
Hey, good to see you again, Ben.
No, my brain is like a hamster on a wheel on crack.
Well, at least your hamster is alive.
Yeah, but it's on crack, so it's not doing too well.
Back to the subject of the third book. What I wanted to say is this, and just because circumstances, as we've just been talking about for the last few minutes, kind of threw me off. But what I would like for anyone who checks this out and even checks it after the fact, we don't always get that many viewers here, but we have something that we'd like to give as a thanks to anyone who purchases our book. For anyone who purchases our book, and if you can show it as proof, if you show it on our DeviantArt account, our X account, or our Instagram account, you can check all that down in the doobly-doo. If anyone has, if you want to, you can show us that you purchased the book. Either take a picture of just your hand holding the book, or show us a screen cap of your purchase, and on Instagram or on our X account or on DeviantArt. And what I'm working on is a really nice called a high-res image, a thematic image for Twisted Faith, showing like all the characters. It's going to have a nice background. I'm going to start posting small lower res images of it on our X account as soon as I get everything scanned and the initial digital work done, and we'll have that out to people who have bought our book. So it'd be a nice big thank you.
So you're going to send the high res digital image to people if they show proof of purchase of your book.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's a cool idea, actually.
Yeah, so to make everyone happy. Now the whole story behind Twisted Faith. This is whereas the first book was almost like completely my work, except for whenever we did the remake of it, and then we brought in a lot more of Terry's characters and we had a whole lot more going. That at first it was kind of more me. Then the second book, Wrath and Redemption, the first release of it, it was us working together almost equally, and then this one is kind of us almost 50-50, actually a little bit more Terry. Now the fourth book that's coming out, we'll talk about that. It's going to actually be more Terry doing the work than me, and he's done an amazing job. Can't wait to show that to y'all when it gets out.
What you're saying is that the fourth book is going to be the first really good one.
I think this one's the best one of all the three first. Actually, I really do love Wrath and Redemption because it has some really good moments, and especially I was able to do a bit of character development and it started helping me to realize what I can do with certain characters. Sure. But this one right here I absolutely love. Just some of the simple interactions between Zerks and what you call Frostbite. And also Terry has his character Snow in there, and the tech tank that's aboard her ship called Numi. You want to talk a little bit about them, Terry?
No, I could. Yeah, I mean, I like to wait my turn, as the opening song points out. Now we have an intro song. Yeah, you guys missed it because you were on just a little bit after I actually played it. I mean, if people want me to play it again, I'll fire it out there. But yeah,
go ahead. You play it again.
You want me to? Yeah, I've created an intro tune. Let me see if I can. Would you guys like to see it? I can bring it up. I guess that's good with it. I want to see. Okay, then here we go.
Ring across the stars to save the universe from constant dystopian future visions. Terry searches for his moment as Brandon continues to speak without pausing, even for breath. More guests, chats, and sometimes even staying on topic. Wildcast Live! Wild Space Wildcast Go!
Rivers we ride tonight, through worlds of steel and neon light, exploring stories far and wide, with chaos always by our side. Wild Space Saga on YouTube, Wild Space Saga Live. Pirates, tanks, strange worlds collide. Wild Space Saga Live. Brandon's still talking somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah, we both really liked that one, Finn. That was really cool.
You need
It's
to
a
make
new-
a video for it, though.
Will do. Yeah, that was just for tonight for the opening card. The idea is it's based on basically old 80s cartoon intros. That's how we basically met. So it seemed to make sense to have a really cheesy 80s super intro track.
Yeah, that first thing that the thundering across thundering across the stars. Let me see. Do you know where that's from, Michael?
Sounding across it sounds like something from Star Blazers, but I'm not sure.
Not quite.
Chasing the World Warriors, thunder
Chasing
across
the
the
Warriors.
stars to save the universe from the monster mines.
Yeah.
He searches for his father to unite the Magic Roots and lead his Lightning League to victory over the changing form of
It's
Saul.
how we met. So that's why I snuck it in there.
You don't know this. I don't think we told you that. Terry and I first met. Oh, this was a long time ago when I first started college. That was around '95, and we were following this girl named Cindy who had created a fan page for Jason the Wheeled Warriors, old '80s cartoon, and something we were both huge fans of. And so she created an email discussion group for that. This was long before they had chat rooms, but she couldn't afford just a separate private chat room of her own. And so so we
It
just
was basically done through email.
and so it was a bunch of us.
30 years.
30 years, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
We've worked on Wild Space. It was before it was called Wild Space Saga for about 20 years now.
We had other people working with us over the time, but none of them really wanted to stick around. So it was always me and him, the core ones. I mean, I remember when I was actually trying to pitch it to other people who are other artists, especially, and they, like, one guy seemed really, really, really into it, and then and this is the weirdest thing, he was really into it. I met this dude at a party, and he was a really good artist, and I was like, dude, you ought to help me out with this thing. I was showing him all the stuff. He was really excited, and we made plans to meet at the what's called Books a Million, at the local Books a Million, like that weekend or something like that. And I went there, with all my stuff, and I waited and waited and waited. He never came. Tried calling him, he never answered his phone, and so I thought maybe something had happened. But I left a message, and then the next day, tried calling him, never answered. The next day, I kept on trying to call him. He never answered. And so I just waited a while, waited several weeks, called him, still never answered. Weeks turned into months. And after a few months, I just gave up. Here's the thing. It was, almost like 8 years or 9 years later. And I met someone who actually was a mutual friend of his. And I was like, wait a minute, you know this guy? No, I remember now. She was writing something in this weird language that he had made up for himself. I was like, I recognize that language. and it's like, you know this dude? And she's like, oh, yeah, I know. I was like, can you get me in touch with him? And so I finally managed to get in touch with him on Yahoo, I think. No, it wasn't Yahoo. It was Facebook Messenger. And he starts apologizing so profusely because he said, he was really into the idea, but his own self-consciousness basically defeated him, and he panicked and just completely shut me out.
Yeah.
And then he came across me whose ego matches his.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's ego quite matches it. That's a whole-
My stubbornness, I probably actually does outmatch Brandon's, that's for sure. Someone's been, yeah.
Oh, you went to the movie?
Yeah. Moving that out of the way.
Yeah, Amy wants to go because she wants the AT-AT popcorn bucket.
I did see someone with the AT-AT popcorn bucket. It's very impressive, but they're very overpriced.
It's one of the few things we're actually getting over here in the UK.
Yeah, it's like the Galactus popcorn bucket from Fantastic Four. Really cool, but way overpriced. I can't spend $50 for a popcorn. I just can't do it. That's too much. This was pushing it. This was like 13.
Yeah, I mean, we went to see Mortal Kombat 2 at the IMAX theater because she really wanted the Shao Kahn helmet, and then we didn't even get it here in the UK.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, the Shao Kahn helmet looks pretty cool too. So,
I'm not really into those weird looking popcorn buckets. Now, when Tron Ares came out, I actually wanted to get the drink holder, and they didn't have them at that theater.
The Wolverine blow up doll bucket that was classic from Deadpool and Wolverine. So, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's Wolverine with a big old mouth, and you reach into his mouth to get the popcorn out. And it was a play on what happened with Dune and their sandworm popcorn bucket. And so Ryan Reynolds himself designed this one to be, Wolverine basically fellatiating your hand as you get your popcorn.
I've seen so many jokes about that Dune popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
That and the alien.
It was unfortunate.
Yeah. Now, but I wanted to show you something since you have such a cool new theme song. So this is I don't want you to play like the whole thing. This is one of our live streams that we did on Nerd Fights.
Yeah.
But skip to 1 minute and 20 seconds, and then you can share like about a minute there, and you'll see what we did. And I think it came out really good.
Where am I going? What am I?
All right, put it in the private chat.
Ah, right. Sorry. Yeah, there it is. And then I just click the link, don't I?
Right, and then go to
and
1
then I
minute
share
and 20 seconds. That's where we need to go.
1 minute and 20. Right. Oh no, it's playing. Stop playing. We're not ready yet because I need to share the screen. Right. Where am I?
I love your color changing cabinet behind you, by the way, Terry.
I'm quite proud of that. The way that's all got set up. It has a sound function as well, so that you could, if you put it on that, it lights up when it picks up a sound. Except it picked up when I farted once and started flashing. So I thought, well, I can't risk that one anymore.
Wow.
I do have one corner of my board cube done now, as far as assembled. So this is roughly 1/4 of the. Well, actually, it's 1/4 of one side. So.
Okay, so what?
Right,
what
so yeah.
Sorry, I just pressed that while you were showing us.
No, that's okay. All right, so go ahead and play it whenever.
Okay, we need the volume back up because usually, right.
Y'all know what it is. It's Friday night. Time to get your nerd on. We got Mr. Know-It-All, the Salty Trekker and Danny Dork Night. Are y'all ready? Aight, here we go. If you're looking for me, you know where to find me. Cause tonight is going down. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight. On Friday night, we have nerd fights. It's on tonight.
Right, so and then we get into the show. Now,
yeah, that's actually really cool because I guess we ought to do some kind of animation for that. Like,
well, and that's what I was going to tell you. So, FYI, so the three of us, me, Johnny, and Danny, live in totally different geographical regions. Danny lives in Vegas. I live in Tennessee. Johnny lives in Georgia. And I've met Johnny once when he came up from Georgia on a trip. I've never met Danny. That was entirely AI.
Oh yeah, I had a feeling that.
There's no image of me, no image of any of us. We're all
use Dora for that?
I'm not sure. Johnny, that's what he goes by, is the one who does. His screen name is Mr. Know-It-All. Does all the AI stuff that you see there. I am not an AI genius like he is. I know it's calling it an AI genius is kind of an overstatement because it's like, make a video of this person doing this. I mean, that's...
Well, AI is... you really do have to have a certain finesse with it. Like, Terry's a little bit better at using AI prompts than I am, though I have been learning how to do it, and I've gotten better at it.
I get that using prompts is there's a flow and a finesse to it and everything, but at the same time, using a prompt to have a computer generate something is not the same as generating it.
True. I mean, it's not because you're putting your own work into the thing, using the computer to actually make it. Rather than
I have no problem using AI if that's the only feasible way, or if but I don't like the idea of using AI to try to fool people into thinking something is real.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain.
It's like we cover this probably every stream when it comes to it, and I think it's a useful tool for many things. Quick content creation, like making intro cards, intro animations, concept art. I say art, concept imagery is actually more what I would call it, because ultimately the AI is doing the heavy lifting. It's not really art. But the fact is, these are things that sometimes can take you hours, even days, and you don't always have that kind of time because we've all got lives, we've got jobs. This isn't isn't our full time. Somebody who can do it full time, more power to them. But unfortunately, some of us can't. So a tool like that gives us some good quality stuff, because it's a good quality image at the end of the day, whether the computer made it or you made it. Which means you've got some assets you can use quickly and permanently. You've always got it then.
Yeah. Like for us, I'll use AI. I'll the thumbnails for our for this particular live stream.
Right.
I did a combination of a background that we did create using ChatGPT, but I was able to take elements of it and make them just separate so I could add them in. And then what I did is I just made my own poster. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
I'm looking at the thumbnail now, actually.
But I have the original, and the thumbnail you're looking at is the thing that we use ChatGPT to. It just used to smooth it out, and I just want to show you what it originally looked like, which isn't all that different. Give me a second. Screen. Window. Here we are. Where's the? Oh, come on. What's that in Brave tab? Why is it not showing? Hang on a second. Let me cancel that. All right. Yeah, for some reason it's not. Oh, it's kind of a pain. Okay, window. Here we are. Okay. So share.
All right, I add it to the stage tonight. There we go. Boop.
Okay, so that's the one that we made. Let me crap off. Okay, and then but this was how it originally looked. So it's not that much different. I just added a lot of stuff on the different layers, and then when I put it through ChatGPT, it just smoothed it out and integrated the elements a lot better.
Right.
You can see. So so I mean, yeah, the AI is pretty useful stuff. You can take it off now, Terry.
Okay. Boop.
Yeah. Okay. But
sorry, this is me getting used to it. I make lots of noises while I get used to these things. Oh, hello.
Oh, that's all right.
I got rid of it. Sorry, I clicked something and then it did it so fast I nearly accidentally banned you. It's like, oh no, don't click that! Don't click that.
But one of the cooler things is there's a guy I told you about him. I follow him. He calls himself WDW Pro, and like for his co-hosts, he does these cool little music videos for all of them. And yeah, he uses AI just like you and your friends did, and it is just as impressive. And because he does this one guy, his name is Jonas, and he plays this like real big production with him marching through New York, singing about how he comes from Harlem, and it almost makes me think that he was a black dude, but he's this white dude who looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi. But it's so fun just to see the whole thing play out. Even when they show WDW Pro, the thing about him, he never shows his face. Now he said he's going to be showing his face soon because of issues with AI. But when they did it for that video, they just kind of had his avatar marching through the city with a thing on his face. It was really kind of cool. So I do have some ideas about making an animation for that video. It's going to be pretty interesting, I think.
It's like our little short ones that we did, where basically we had Brandon going, "Hi everyone, welcome to Law Dives," at which point Pip comes in and physically shoves him out of frame and says, "Hey, this is my show. It's called Law Diving with Pip. I'm still making it. Honest, guys, I'm still working on it.
You want to show him that? Because just for fun.
Oh, I'll see if I've got it. 1 second.
Yeah, we made several little animation bits involving our characters and whatnot for Wild Space Saga. I made one recently that I'm really impressed by. It was I did a design for the Imperial soldiers, and then I did an animation showing like, because they're all basically like, no, they're not clones but tanks, but it's almost similar sort of kind of, and having like thousands of them, hundreds of them marching through a city square, and it's like one of those old World War II images showing the soldiers marching through town. So all information.
Oh, hang on, what have I done? What have I done? Yes, I'm amazing with technology, as you can tell.
Yeah, you are. You truly are.
Here we go. Right, where's the play button? Oh, it's oh, there we go. That's because it's hidden behind there. Did it play it? Did it not show it? I don't know.
Yeah. Did you forget to put it up on the screen?
I thought I had, because oh god, now it's closed it. We're doing well tonight. Good old technological. Stop playing it to me. I don't need to watch it. Everyone else needs to watch it. Sorry, I'm arguing with the technology now. Right, share screen, window.
It's like arguing with AI. AI sometimes you kind of got to argue with it for it to to present things the way you want it to.
Is it there? No, it's not. Do you know why? Because I have to bring it up, don't I? Let's add it to the stage.
There we go.
There we go.
Right, now let's play, shall we? Right.
Volume.
Did you not get the sound?
No.
Was it playing on your end?
Yeah, I got the sound.
It could be just because you need to share the sound specifically, I think.
Oh, let's have a look.
So for video, it was not doing that for YouTube.
No, I've got no options on the sound side of things. Might be my volume. My volume's quite quiet.
Well, hang on. I think I remember where I put it. It won't take long. Because I usually put all the ChatGPT stuff in.
Well, there's two versions. Another one, she goes, "Hey, that's my line," but that one's a lot rougher. She don't have to shove you over in that one.
Right. I have several things, and let me see if I can find it.
I actually want to do a third one where he goes, "Greetings, YouTube," and you just hear her go, "Hey," and goes, "Oh Lord, she coming," and you see him run off and have her chase him across the frame. But he hasn't done that for me yet.
Oh well. Thought I put that in the no, not it. Nope, not it. Wait, hang on. Nope, that's not it either.
Yeah, it might be because obviously I use the headphones. I have to have the sound quite low.
Oh, that's what's up. You probably because you are on your headphones, and it probably wouldn't.
So my sound's probably not very loud.
Okay. Well, anyway. Oh well, I could have sworn
all right, but I got the idea from that image where.
It's too bad.
Who's the girl again?
Goes, "This is my show." Shoves him over and goes, "Hit it," and then the titles is going to roll. Is the idea?
The really cool thing is that it actually did some voice that was similar to my voice. So I was just like, wow.
So you had the AI generate the voice for you and everything.
Yeah.
He actually goes, "Greetings, YouTube. Welcome to Law Diving." She's going, "Hey, this is my show," and then and she shoves him over. And that was going to be my thing for each of them. Is the little bit at the start where Brandon tries to present it, and then
you know what
he barges him out of the way and says, "Who do you think you are? This is mine."
You know what I think would play the sound is if you uploaded it to StreamYard in the same way you uploaded the video for the.
Oh god! Oh yeah. How did I do that? Oh yes, I remember now. Now I've got to find it again.
Live, everybody.
Hey, come on, we're enjoying the singing of Terry. You know.
I do this when I'm looking for files.
Yeah, but you know, it's quite entertaining.
Yeah, probably is. Do you know
He's
what? I
doing
think it's
better
not
than
in a format I
98
can upload. It's not a bloody format I can upload. I've literally lost it. How have I lost that? Oh, there you are. I'm looking for.
Well, I mean,
No, I've got it. No, I've got it. It's just because it's Brandon on the thumbnail, not Pip, and I was looking for Pip. Right.
it's like asking
Let's
me. That's
try
YouTube, and welcome to Lore Dives.
Hey, this is my show. Hit it.
There we go. Did you hear it that time?
Yeah, we could hear that time.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised at how well it did that because I mean I just ran it. Grok is actually amazing when it does its stuff right, and
I haven't used Grok a lot. I did use it to make like a couple of still images, but that's about it. Mostly making fun of our president, but you know.
well, what I probably ought to do is go ahead and do some like Grok's animated scenes, probably out of this book, and maybe do like
You've got to do the one I said about as well.
That's what I was going to say. Use the song that you made for a background and do like some scenes from the book using Grok. I think
Grok lets you, because one thing that I know that Johnny can do with his system. Now I can ask him about it if you're interested, but can Grok save a character so that you're using the exact same 3D model of that character?
Oh yeah. Everything that you make using Grok, you kind of have your own little folder. You just there's a little on the bottom that
I don't know. Like so, I don't know what system Johnny uses, but like those characters of me and Danny and him, and you could see like I know you don't know Danny and him, but you know me well enough to see that looked like me.
Yeah.
Once he got a couple of pictures of each of us posing basically, and then saved it in the AI, and bam, so it's pretty impressive how well it can work. It's just that to me, it's not quite M5 level, but it kind of bothers me that we're just saying, yeah, we don't need the artist, we just do the prompt. However, I do know that Johnny could theoretically do most of what it would take to make that on his own.
Well,
it's just,
Oh, go ahead.
Well, he works in the film industry, and so like he would have to get us together and set up a shoot time and all that, and of course that would take weeks or if not months to actually accomplish. Not to mention tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so, as opposed to he pays like $20 a month for a subscription to the AI, and each of us sent him a picture for free. It's no contest, what you would do.
And so that's where it has its merits for people who are on a much smaller budget.
Right.
To want to create content, you've got a tool that lets you create sort of content that's semi-professional. It's not perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect for our level. We're not trying to convince people it's real. And like you say, we shouldn't be trying to do that anyway.
Right.
It can bring the fantastical to life in a way that you can't necessarily visualize otherwise. So Brandon, I'm just getting me words in a minute. I'm teasing. But like I said, you'll see it on nearly all of the title cards I do for the lore songs on the YouTube. I try and do a photorealistic version of the character, or as close to photorealistic as I can, because I just want to visualize what they would look like if they were real. And that's what it allows me to do.
Yeah. We're both artists, so, we kind of do it a little bit differently. We don't have to worry about having, ChatGPT or Grok or whatever AI program we're going to use, just do everything for us. I like to do the artwork first and then just say, hey, take this, make it look a bit more realistic, a bit more professional.
I trained ChatGPT on my characters using my artwork to do it.
Yeah. And so you just you already have those things stuck and just say, hey, use this character. You can take the image you made through ChatGPT or through Grok or whatever, and just take this image, make an animation of it doing this, and it should work out. I mean, I did that once, having two characters that I created kind of doing battle. It's a little janky because it just looks like they're firing randomly at things instead of at each other, but it still looks pretty cool. So, I mean,
so here's a stupid question, and I don't know if either of you would have an opinion on this, but
go ahead, man.
Well, no, as you know, I'm working on this Borg Cube project that I've been working on for some time. And so I'm trying to do some testing with the paint. So do you think that I should do a matte black paint for the base layer of it, or would you do glossy?
For a
Borg Cube.
Borg don't look.
I'm thinking matte, but
glossy doesn't come to mind when I'm thinking the Borg. The Borg, everything the Borg is just functional. It's done.
As the resident model painter between us, for the finish you normally see on the Borg cube, it's usually quite metallic anyway. Yeah, I wouldn't go gloss. I would go matte because that'll help your other colors grip better as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, Borg, for them, it's always about practicality, functionality, and efficiency. So matte.
The matte black, and then what are you looking at? Grays, metallics.
Well, when I actually watched some stuff from the creators of the Borg Cube.
Yeah.
And the original paint, it was they showed it and they talked about it, but they didn't describe whether it was anything gloss versus any gloss level stuff. But instead, they just showed that they painted black and then they scattered gold on it, and then a little bit of gray in the pipe work. And that's pretty. So I'm going to go with that same color scheme, but I just wasn't sure if I would do matte versus gloss. Like I said, I was leaning towards matte, but
yeah, it would most likely be a matte finish for that.
Yeah. So once I have that corner painted, I'll show it off to you guys, and you can tell me.
Well, it's sort of like our random chat about AI, all our favorite shows and movies, our books, and your progress on the Borg cube. It's sort of like our episodic thing, isn't it? You know.
Well, the lights for the Borg cube are arriving today.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, so I've got 100 green LEDs in a chain that are gonna basically be the lights around it.
Now, what would be really cool is if you had a thing like you could look into the ship and see like how it. You've seen those scenes from Star Trek where they're inside the ship, and
that is theoretically that's theoretically possible, yes. Because like one part of the cube, I'm working on it now, where I'm remodeling one corner to have the portal for the sphere to come out.
Oh, okay.
From First Contact. Right. And so when figuring that out, I was like, ooh, you know, I was just going to put like the portal door there. But like to what you were saying, if I wanted to do the work, I could actually have the door be at least like partially open so that you could like peek inside, and inside have parked in there the sphere, but also around it you would see various
gubbins.
Yeah. And that would be a whole lot of work for a tiny little part of the model, but I think that it would be cool. I am already thinking about like, do I want to print a? I would actually. It's one of those good Hollywood illusions. I would only print a half sphere because that's all you would never ever need.
Yeah, you wouldn't need to see any more than that.
Yeah, because if it's inside and even if it's on the way out of the cube, you're not going to see much more than half. So my idea is I'm going to print a half sphere and have it like just recessed inside the entryway as the doors are open. So that it's kind of in the process of launching the sphere. And that way the sphere will have less detail on it, but I can put a couple of lights in it. Fortunately, all the Borg ships have the exact same lights, so that's easy. It's not like aesthetic variety is a part of the Borg philosophy on anything.
No, it's never been about aesthetics with them. They just look like just look like a race that basically it was like took every last bit of technological stuff and just stuck it on themselves.
Right.
Just figured out how it worked
including the classic when you see in First Contact them attaching the TIE fighter window on the person's bionic eye that they attach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On an unrelated note, man, as I did the read alouds for the first read aloud, did you ever check that out? Just want to see if you what you thought about it.
Okay, so as far as your book, I started reading the first one. Obviously, wouldn't start with the second one because that would be kind of stupid. And I haven't gotten far enough to give a fair assessment because I'm still trying to understand some of the terminology. And so if this was a rough draft and you were asking for my advice on it, I would say maybe do something at the beginning where to explain what a tank is, because I'm still kind of confused on that term, because it sounds like you're talking about a person, right? But why are we calling a person a tank?
Because they're grown in tanks.
They grow in a tank. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember, and maybe I missed it, but I don't remember you saying that at the beginning of the book.
You got to the part where I introduced the Shadow Star crew. I do mention, I think, just in a moment. I mentioned how they look and that they're tanks, and that and I think we did mention something about them, being once upon a time soldiers for the Second Imperium. So we kind of put those things together so that if you're reading the book contextually, I think you can piece it together.
Okay.
So some of that's probably with me because I tend to have a lot of stuff and then you'll get paid off with an explanation a bit later, but forgetting it might be a bit confusing for you at the beginning.
Yeah, so I would just say that for the casual reader, I think about it like there's if I think about like the way that Weir writes, he's the one that wrote The Martian and Artemis and Project Hail Mary. And when you listen, if he's bringing in something that's new, the first time it's mentioned, it's always explained. So, just he doesn't do this, but to try and create an example, it'd be like if the character at the beginning of the book was like, I need to figure out what the gravity is here. Gravity, of course, it being the force that pulls all objects together in the universe. And just to basically make sure that the audience is on the same page as the narrator. And now I understand that depending on the story and the type of book and all that can be difficult to incorporate, but I think especially if you're creating new fictitious terms like a tank as a slang for a person that was raised as basically like what we would call a test tube baby in my day. If I don't know if anybody still uses that term because I'm an old man, but I would want to know, okay, because until you just mentioned it, I haven't gotten to where they introduced the whole crew yet. I'm still very early in the book. I apologize for not being a better reader, but it's been a crazy week.
We all have lives at the end of the day.
Unfortunately,
I was expecting you to get it all done. I was
Oh, I know you didn't expect it, but I was hoping to get at least a few more chapters in, but I just didn't have the time. And like I said, I was really struggling over the tank thing. Every time referred to this person as a tank, I'm like, what is he talking about? I imagine, is this person covered with armor and have like guns built into them? Why? That's what I thought of when I heard tank.
Well, like we got the term from Space Above and Beyond, the artificial humans created by humanity to fight in a war against AIs. But by the time they got the first line out, the AIs vanished and they stopped fighting. and so they were just left with a whole bunch of artificially created humans and with nothing to do. So they basically just put them in menial labor situations, made them sort of second-class citizens. Now, the technical term in Space Above and Beyond was in vitros, but tank was more of a pejorative slash derogatory term.
Or nipple necks.
Well,
that's where they have the umbilical.
Yeah. They attached
now that you've explained what a tank is, I think it makes perfect sense. But remember, half the people out there, when they hear tank, they're going to think of a military vehicle, not a container.
Well, they were made
and
for
that's
the
what I
military. Even in our stories, they were made for the military. So I would,
Right, but I mean, literally, I think of, is this person designed like a tank? Are they genetically engineered to be tough?
Some of them are. You haven't met Maria.
Well, I know.
If it's describing the character Maria, then she might as well.
Yeah, I think, is Maria the first one we meet?
Probably, yeah. She's the 7 foot.
I know it was a female, but I don't remember.
All tanks are female. It doesn't narrow it down.
Yeah, they're all female. The first tank in the story that is mentioned is actually Miranda.
Is it?
She talks almost like a computer sometimes. So
yeah, but that's because Miranda's autistic.
Right. And then the second one you meet is Maria, because I have Paige doing a comm to the med bay where I have Kyron doing last minute repairs on her arm, and she's like about to head to the bridge, and then she goes to Pip, who's the third tank sister in the Shadowstar crew. She's a tech tank. She's really smart.
You know Pip. She's the one that likes to attack Brandon.
Yeah, she was the one in that. So so you have those three who are the members of the Shadowstar crew.
Okay, but yeah, so if you ever do the salty edition of the book, I would just add a little, like, who is it that I have to bring up my Kindle now to see, but who is it that's narrating it in the book, or is it written in a God mode, or is it written?
No, yeah, it's written in third person, limited omniscient.
Okay. Yeah, so if it's written in omniscient third person, then I would simply throw in a simple textbook explanation of terms as you introduce them. Because it's not breaking the, like, for example, if it's a first person book like Weir likes to write, you have to have the character have a reason to say it. But if you're writing it in third person omniscient, then you can literally just put it in there because the audience needs it.
We do that for some things. Other things is just like we feel that you're required to learn as you go along. Kind of like, have you ever read A Clockwork Orange or tried to read it?
I've never read it. I've seen the movie many times, but I've never read it.
You know the slang that Alex talks in, even in the movie, it's actually the exact same thing in the book.
Right.
Probably a lot more.
Like sex is the old in and out.
Yeah, vodka like me. Yeah. Come and get one of the yobbles if you have any yobbles. But yeah, I read A Clockwork Orange, and yeah, you're required to kind of figure out what he's saying. Well, it's a lot of British slang too, but it's also a lot of stuff that Anthony Burgess adds in to make it sort of a futuristic slang. And you kind of, as you read it, you're kind of required to learn as you go around to understand what he's talking about.
But in fairness, let me interject for a second. When I think about, and I don't remember all the slang terms from Clockwork Orange, but the one, of course, that popped into my mind was, of course, the old in and out.
Yeah.
And so most of the slang, if I remember correctly, and that being part of it, is that the slang term is fairly descriptive of whatever it is that they're talking about. If I'm say that I want to go home, grab my wife, and get some of the old in and out, I don't have to explain that to you for you to know what I'm talking about.
Some terms that Alex uses are easier to figure out than others.
Right.
Because like he was talking about a pain in the old Gulliver. And what he's talking about is the pain in the head. But as when he talks about it from the beginning of the book, you have no idea what he's talking about with a Gulliver. And so, but later on, you start realizing that he's talking about his head. Right. A real horror show. That was more. It has various meanings. It could mean terrible or it could mean really cool.
Sure.
See what I mean?
A horror show. Horror show's always been slang for that went really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, in Clockwork Orange,
Everything's a horror show. In
really
Clockwork
good.
Orange.
I mean, to be fair though, if you're a psycho like that, then yeah, a horror show is probably something you were looking forward to.
Well, yeah, like when they strapped him down in that thing and the hold up to open his eyes, he was talking to the people who are doing this. Like he saw the video screen.
And that's another slang term where it's watching ultraviolence. But again, that's
the old violence. Yeah, you know what that is, of course. But like when he asks him, like he sees a video screen, it's like, oh, I'm going to be seeing something real horror show, am I? And the doctor's like, yeah, it's a real horror of a show. Even though I don't think the way it's implied is the doctor doesn't really understand his slang, but he's when he watches it, yeah, it truly is a horror of a show. Right. So. But I do understand what you're saying though. Maybe certain things we could probably be more direct on. But like I said, some terms we use and we'll immediately describe it. Other things you kind of it's contextual. So and oh, by the way, man, I was actually asking if you saw my read aloud of the first book.
No, I'm sorry. And so is that something you're posting on this channel?
Yeah, that was
something. Yeah.
On
you did it back on Monday, actually.
Okay. No, I didn't realize that you'd posted it. So I will check it out. And is that for the first book or is that for the new one?
Yeah, it's just the first few chapters. I did it for about an hour before I stopped. Okay. My plan was to make another one maybe the day before or something like that. And like I said, I went to the hospital. So
you got ill. So it didn't go to plan.
Let's see. So I see 1 day ago we have Agents of the Second Imperium Part 1. Okay, 3 days ago, Wild Space Saga Book 2.
It's in the live section.
Because he did a read aloud.
It was a live stream.
All the others are all my lore song stuff.
Oh, I see. Wild Space Saga read along between the Devil and the Dark.
Yep, and the next I'm probably going to be doing the next one either tonight or tomorrow, and that'll be the what's called Wrath and Redemption, and then it'll be late in coming, but I'll be doing a read aloud for this one as well, Twisted Faith. So those of y'all who are watching either now or after the fact, look forward to it. I'll have some postings for it as I usually do. I just realized I forgot to take my hospital bracelet off.
But all the other stuff's lore song stuff, because like I said, I've had ideas for years, and it's only recently, that there's been the ability to suddenly create the music that's been in my head for all this time. So that's why there seems to be a weekly at the minute stage of 5 songs introducing 5 characters from a particular faction, because these words have been here a long time and now they're finally getting to come out.
All right, well, guys, it looks like we're kind of gotten to the time we got to wrap this up. Yeah,
but I never did get to explain Numian Snow to people. We went off on such a big tangent.
But we did.
Go ahead and do that before we go, because he didn't have a chance to do that.
No, I'm just saying it's funny because we started with that and then we went quite the tangent. We went on, but then that's why I put it in the intro song. Sometimes we even stay on topic.
We can talk.
I do like that. That was accurate.
It's something that we can talk about next time. So,
Yeah, no, I think we'll do a proper character sort of introduction, I think, in the next one, because there's lots of different characters. They've all got lore songs and everything that are all queued up, ready to go. So you'll be able to hear all these things about them.
As I get through the books, you can talk to me as a total noob to your universe. And I can ask questions, hopefully on behalf of people that are confused.
Please do.
Cool,
that.
Yeah. I mean, there are dumb people like me that try to read books, and it's usually a bad idea. But, I do it anyway every now and then.
But at the end of the day, the feedback can only help us improve. So,
right.
As far as I'm concerned.
Well, that's the only reason I say, and I hope you don't take it as I'm saying your book sucks, because I'm certainly not saying that.
No. Trust me.
I'll say that if I think the book sucks after I've read it, but I'm just still going through it. I'm not going to say
it's okay.
I mean, you'll be wrong, but we'll say that's fine.
You're not saying anything that my what's called critique group wouldn't say. So you're good. Okay.
The funny thing about the people when you say that I would be wrong and stuff, you make
no, I'm joking.
No, I know, but you make me think of a certain physicist named Albert Einstein. I'm sure you.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was writing general relativity, where he's basically where gravity is involved, he figured out a problem, and that is based on relativity, the universe would have to be either expanding or contracting, but it couldn't be static. And the thing is, this is prior to the discovery that the universe is expanding. So he thought that his theory was broken. And so in order to fix it, he added something called the cosmological constant, right?
Yeah.
Which was just a mysterious force that was an anti-gravitational force pushing on the universe just enough to keep it from collapsing. And that's why it's a static universe. So then we discovered the universe is expanding, and Einstein famously said that that was his greatest blunder, was to add the cosmological constant to relativity. All right, so here we are about 100 years later. And the funny thing is, so with modern physics, we figured out in like the 80s or 90s that not only is the universe expanding, but it's accelerating, and that the acceleration seems to be caused by some mysterious energy that we cannot quite define yet. And so that's what we call dark energy right now. And if we plug the number of Einstein's cosmological constant back into relativity, it makes it work with what we see as far as the accelerating, expanding universe. So Einstein's true mistake was thinking that he was wrong.
Interesting.
So Einstein's biggest blunder is thinking that he made a blunder, which I think is hilarious.
Well, his reason behind why he did it, really, wasn't it? Is because he didn't want to rock the boat too much. I mean, because of a lot of the static theory was the main thing. It's like, well,
sometimes
I'm rocking the boat too much. Yeah.
All right, well, guys, I think we can go ahead and wrap it up for now. But just before we go, just want to remind everybody, yes, today is the release of our book, Twisted Faith. And remember what I said earlier, if you get a copy of the book, you want to show us, a picture, you're holding the book. You don't have to show your face. I'm just saying, picture you holding a copy of the book. If you
have to show your face,
or or even having it on.
Well, if we're going to dox you, we might as well do all of our
exactly. We're going to dox everybody. In fact,
although you see, I've got over it now. I can have humor about it.
I wasn't supposed to say anything about this, but every time you buy the book, they collect your information and then make it public.
And then if you make a negative review, we come and visit you.
Yeah. Depending on what continent you're on,
you got my mind going back to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Henry asked, did you hate the book, and they beat the living crap out of the people who hated the movie or something? Yeah.
That's just do you want Brandon to show up and beat you up, or do you want Terry to show up and beat you up? It just depends on where in the world you are.
I mean, one of us will give you a nice snarky comment at the same time.
Oh yeah, well, and Byron got here late. It's like, don't worry, man. You always check out our show after the fact. So but anyway, send us if you want to show the purchase, you said you could send a screen cap of that. Make sure you blot out all important information, please. Or just show a picture of your hand, showing the book, showing that you bought it. We're working on a really nice high res image involving the characters, and a thematic high res image involving the characters of Twisted Fate that I think you will enjoy. We will have the preliminary thing posted on our X account very, very soon, once I get all the digital stuff done. And like I said, we'll send it to y'all if you get the book as a thing.
Despite our talk about AI, Brandon is creating this one himself. By hand.
And so anyway, guys, and hey, like I said before, please make sure if you like us, even if you watch us after the fact, if you like us or have any questions, comments, snide remarks, leave a comment down doobly-doo. All our links are found down in the doobly-doo as well for our X account, DeviantArt, and Instagram, all that stuff, what have you. And of course, links to where you can purchase our books, at least on Amazon. But they can be purchased at other book purchasing sites as well. So, with all that, guys, thank you very much once again to Michael for joining us. And I'm glad I was able to join us. I almost thought I couldn't. And so
he was worried he wasn't going to be able to do it. I even had Clubber here ready to fill in for him.
Oh, okay.
You know, so
I can't tell the difference.
until
I'll tell you, that all you need is to add a little gray to Clever.
no, it'd be like, I pity the fool who doesn't buy my books.
So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching us, and we hope that you will join us next time on the Northwest Passage. This is Brandon Hill and with Terrence Pegasus, the creators of Wild Space Saga, telling you take care, everyone. Stay lucky and stay blessed. Take care.
Thanks, guys. This one was a train wreck, but it went really well in the end.
It was a beautiful train wreck.
It was. There's Button. There you go.